Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel. We're completing our first day of tasks as Fie's going, itch on her nose. Completing our first day of tasks here in Heimdall. We're now underneath the hotel, clearing it out of the monsters within. You feel like they'd have like a better task force for anyway. They just had the bracers in the past doing it. That doesn't seem really that good enough. You think they'd have like official army things down here, even though of course they gave us a reason why not to. They just let monsters breed under their city and just become a problem later on. Sounds incredibly intelligent, doesn't it? But we're here. School kids are here. School kids will solve the problem as we get a courier bomb. No trap on that treasure chest down the corridor, which is a bit weird. Send the school kids in. Is this their attempt at Darwinism or something? Oh, let's get battling.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
I think I've detected pretty much everything here. And to go with that, we have a Zero Arts coming up shortly as Razik gives the subscribe, like, comment, please. Thank you very much for the cheer.
Turn.
And Xanobane subs for 16 months with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. Oh, blinded that guy. Let's finish it off. It's Silver Fawn that this guy's weak to, isn't it? No, it's not. Not higher elements. Why am I thinking that? Anything's good.
Is everybody okay?
I feel like spells are so much more powerful in this game. Damage number wise is so good. Just completely wipe that guy out in a second. Right, if you'd like to turn around. Nope, you faced me. We only go with preemptive attacks. That's even part of getting us our bonus experience, isn't it? Getting preemptives.
Advantage is ours. Let's finish it.
My turn.
There's a lot of guys. Should we just gale? Like, what is the maximum I can hit? 4? Why not?
Second form. Gale.
I mean, that's silly damage, isn't it?
Okay.
That is silly damage.
Okay.
Pretty good rush when you think about it. Well, that guy's on fire, so I don't think he's going to stay alive very long.
My turn.
I'm just going to take out that one first. He's sealed on fire, can't attack, just burns to death. Let's put him out of his misery.
My turn.
I think we muted him as well at the end. That's
Target's
Bietcha, sub for
eliminated.
23 months.
Let's get going.
We also had some other guys sub for 23 months before the stream starts as well. Silma and Petrol, thank you very much. As Raven reaches level 3. Oh, Raven, are you here? You reached level 3. Congrats. I begin back with speed raised. We got Chrono Drive gets Demonic Scythe as a base now, and now 3 turns of speed plus 25%. And raises speed when HP is low once per fight when below 20%. 3 turns of speed plus 25%. I'll take it.
Great.
Yeah, that girl was ridiculous.
A+ outcome.
It's just also the damage it does. That's silly. And then following up with a rush as well. Did Rean get all the kill? Did he get some kills so he got all the CP back, I think? It's a bit crazy, isn't it? That said, she did just get Demonic Scythe, which I'm just wondering, don't I already have something down on her to give her Demonic Scythe? No, I don't. Cool. That gives us options with spells to cast, doesn't it? On case of Zero Arts. That's a lot of guys in here. Let's break through these guys in the nice and patient preemptive attack fashion.
The advantage is ours.
Smashing Gale on a crit. I'm sure we
My
won't
turn.
have to imagine for much longer when you think about it.
I'll handle
It's
it.
gonna happen, right?
Right.
That's where I'd have liked Death Blow.
My turn.
There's just gonna be loads of single
My
normal
turn.
attacks by looking at them.
My turn.
I would love you to get
My turn.
stagger now, so we can build up our rush again, but doesn't seem to be the case. Either way, Fie needs to get some more CP.
To do.
And any more second mirror we can get is best.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
It's a bit disappointing when
My
they're all
turn.
just like this.
I'll
Ready to be
handle it.
beaten up with no worries. Let's go for this side with these two.
My turn.
Okay, 0 arts. What do I want to be using on you? I think you have a fire art? Flame tongue. Us are so
My
good,
turn.
even on someone who isn't arts built. Damage in there is good.
Here we go.
My turn.
There's all VCP.
Is everybody
30
okay?
more. It's odd that we get to start with battling, to be honest.
I've only just begun.
It's only just begun. No new skills, though. No new talents. That's what we want the most.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Just nice that we're leveling up our master courses a bit more.
Now's our chance.
There we go. Finally.
You're done.
That's what I'm after.
Okay.
My turn.
When they combo in, the good times can roll, right?
Right. Ta! Off guard.
I'll bed you up.
It's weird to think,
You
but in
fought
terms
well,
of physical damage, just because of the ATS kind of
something easy to
nature of
keep
the
up with
Orbital
you.
Staff, the Laura Elliot combo is actually a really potent physical force as Brave reaches level 3. Right, so she now has 3 turns of Strength plus 25, now gets Strength plus 25% when HP is low, but didn't get a new spell or ability. Take it. We don't question where the weapons come from, especially when they're as big a weapon as that. It's gameplay magic. When it disappears, it's gameplay magic. That's how it is. Damn it. Can you at least... Oh, no!
We're out of formation.
Lol. I thought he stopped chasing me. He did not. So I even lose my links,
My turn.
which is the worst part, of course. At least I got 0 arts, and they've all kind of gathered up-ish.
Okay.
That's just annoying more than anything. Scud River we still haven't used yet, but
Here.
Flash Grenade is going to do more damage right now. And that guy's blinded, that guy's petrified, that guy's sealed.
My turn.
I feel like for the most part, we have stopped them really
My
being able to
turn.
do anything. If I kill that guy, not that he could do anything
turn.
anyway, he was going to burn to death. We've got Mr. Rocco over there. I mean, I think we're good. Just need to get our health back, really.
Is everybody okay?
Okay, we got a bit ambushed there because I was
Done.
focusing on trying to get into combat faster instead of letting them do the runaway thing. So that was my bad. My bad. I want my health back. Maybe a round of resounding
Now's
beat
our
would not
chance.
do you
Let's
too
get
badly.
Here we go.
This is a good chance for another Gale. Yeah, 4 targets maximum again.
Second form. Gale. Go.
I think we're gonna get a death blow, yeah?
You're done.
Okay.
So one of them fell asleep over there, one of them's sealed. No, 2 of them are sealed. Haven't we again just
My
muted them
turn.
from doing anything?
Keep it up, everyone.
He's max HP, so let's just heal up everyone else.
Hey.
Okay.
No one can do anything against us, man.
Go.
Isn't just an AoE attack that has a massive chance of sealing ridiculously overpowered? Or is that just me? Now he's blind
turn.
too.
Okay.
I'd like to point out, on most of these status effects that I have, aren't they like 10% chance? So why do I always hit with
Go.
them? They don't
We'll
ever
cut our
not
own
hit.
path.
We see status effects end up all across every character every time we use abilities. For 10%, those dice are pretty favoured to me. Alright, one last enemy, and then it's the boss mob after that. Can you turn around, please? I want to shoot you in the back. That's how I do all my shooting.
The advantage is ours. Let's finish it.
Here we go.
Yeah, that Gale is just ridiculous.
Second form. Gale. Now's our chance.
Broken.
My turn.
Wondering if he'd get a finishing blow or not, but no seems to be the case. Which means Rean's not going to be on 200
Right.
CP. Oh my god.
Off guard.
That's weird.
I'll bed you up.
You fought well, Elliot.
It's all I can do to keep up with.
No extra levels. Alright, that should be the last group of mobs, I think, before the boss. But then I could check the map and see. Yeah. So we can get our health up, our EP up in the next room. Let's go, ninja run. Oh, it's even one of those we can modify with. Can you open this? Oh, go on, Elliot. Become the maximum slot man. You knew you could be. Alright, so all his slots are open. We don't have enough for anyone else's now because we've done that. That means we can put some other kind of cool spell into him. Right, what do we have? We have luck. Increase the chance that I'm dropping in battle. Oh, I don't have that on at the moment. We have dark mana. Draws in and compresses enemies. Suction movement minus 50%. Do we already have that on something? I do wonder at times. What do I want to put on? That one gives strength and HP. We already have some silver thorn, I guess. Do you want the increased chance of an item dropping in battle with some extra AGS stat, I think? Probably. And technically, I could swap out Dragon Vision for that. When I think about it. So you got actually maximum, you got Golden Sphere as your main AoE spell. No, that's a crap AoE spell, so let's change that for the thing we just took off. The strength up. Yeah, that'll work better. Cool, cool. Still got the impede there. I need to make a better impede when I think about it. I think we can at this point, right? I can make impede too. 60% cancel arts delay. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, he has a normal impede anyway, but then that would be 60% chance on Gale to be able to impede en masse, right? That's... yeah. I think I'll have that, thank you. 60% chance on Gale with 50% seal chance too is pretty nice. But really what we need is Aphelas. Revives one enemy and heals a medium amount. Maybe it'd be nice to get that instead of Felas at some point in time. Where's my AoE heals, man? I guess they mainly come in other kind of abilities. Oh, did I actually recharge yet? Nice. Bit of tea. Right then. Enemy that's standing in my path. Whatever you are, we've come to finish our task and finish up our first day. I see many people in the chat are in the race to finish Cold Steel 1 up before Cold Steel 2 comes out. It's a massive slime! It's June. It's out soon. That must be it. Yeah, it looks like the monster the hotel's owners asked us to deal with. Laura, Fie, you two ready? Of course. I'd like to ask that you put Fie and myself in the front line for this battle. Can I have another go at a combat link? Well, that's as good a chance as any. Alright, Laura and Fie will take point for this fight. The rest of us will back them up. I think we're ready to go. Also, they're in our party anyway, so...
I welcome all challengers.
Right, this time,
Here we
don't
go.
fluff your... Oh, that's a lot of bads. Okay. Do I just try to wipe them out with Fie's AoE Doom Death attack? Or not. I mean, I'm thinking like I could start with arc slashes and probably hit. Well, probably find an angle for 4. No, only 3 max. Come on. No. 3 max by the look of it.
Now's our chance.
But we can delay. Oh, why not?
Got it.
That's some damage on the boss after all. Oh, what? So he didn't actually get delayed?
I'll handle it.
Our ADF went down. Now that said, we do have Sylphid Dance, and if I do it on the boss, I should be able to hit everyone.
There you go. Sylphid Dance.
So that hits Zeus with just the one target.
That's that.
Of course.
Alright, he's blind for a turn as well. That's pretty good.
Shatter. Off guard.
And they're working together.
My turn.
Right, let's get the detector on
Analyzing enemy
so we can
attack
find out what our
patterns.
enemy is. But he's got a lot of HP to him. I'm just glad we can physically well away.
I've got it.
Weak to fire. A giant mollusk which inhabits Heimdall's underground attacks all by causing the surrounding space to vibrate. The Giant Drome. We've already taken a good 10k off.
My turn.
Do I just want to impede or just go for him at this point? Because he's
Now's our chance.
got a large variety of stat effects, right?
I'll handle
I
it.
think we can impede this guy. We are on a 0 art style, however. Will that actually do more damage or not? Ooh, ooh. Can I speed those two up?
Yeah.
My turn.
Right, we have natural impede, but I'll just make sure it definitely happens.
There.
I would like to motivate too, but we're not going to be in a good position for that anymore.
I'll bet you up.
And there it goes. The link between Laura and Fie was severed. How handy. Alright, let's rebuild a link then. Oh, we can't link with anyone? Great. Thank you, guys. That's helpful.
Shatter.
This guy's poisoned too. He's not having a good day. Right, fire is what we really want. Do I just quickly kind of... Yeah, just get
Keep it up,
healing on
everyone.
the back two here. We'll get Rean back over with an Orm Leaf Cut soon enough.
I'll handle it.
Well, I think everything should be fine all the same. What does Scud Ripper do? Oh, we don't have that yet.
Go.
Ah, so he's got 3 turns of Link broken. I see. So it's actually a status debuff that's actually hit them too. Interesting.
There. Go. Elliot.
Got it.
It's like a little 2 people with a jagged line in front of them.
Okay.
That's an interesting way of labeling it. I really want to see what Scud Ripper does, but I guess I should just continue attacking normally. Maybe I'll get another blind on him or something.
Right. Shatter.
Armor Breaker does not last long, does it? I'm just wondering if I should go for Gale so he's sealed. But every time I attack him, he's delayed massively.
I'll bet you up.
Even my normal... Oh, no. There's Spatial Oscillation again. My ADF goes down when he does that. He's pushed everyone far enough away that we're not going to really get the good stuff on him. I think I can still attack him from here.
I'll handle it.
Blinded for the next turn. To be honest, just go with a mass delay.
Now's our chance.
Especially considering every
I'll bet you
slash.
My turn.
Can you link yet? You've still got 3 turns of unlinking. What? My Fie's only got 1. Not doing very well at this, are you? We've got a burn on.
Shatter.
Okay.
I think we can impede you just fine. Actually, I'll use an Ordnance Leaf Cutter into
My
this.
turn.
I want to end here. Can you end here, please?
There. Now's our chance.
I'll bet you up.
Yeah, she's getting more turns by a mile. How did he still end up over there? He's not very good at this, is he?
Keep it up, everyone!
Well, Super Healer's doing his job. Burn, blind, seal. Literally can't do anything again. I'm quite surprised by how much he shrugs off the defense down.
My turn.
It's like it never really affects him.
Now's our chance. Elliot.
Got it! Right.
No killing blow, but that's game over for him when everyone else gets in.
Here we go.
I'm guessing the delay, by the way, 52 HP left, also counts on every rush or everything like that. We get extra delay. It's insane.
Okay, it's safe for now.
That impede is adding up. 2.7 times bonus experience. You didn't hit the obvious weak spot? No, I just hit the legs. Whatever, I took him down from this gooey center. It's all good. That key is so close to 35. As Force reaches level 4. Well, now what's that going to get us? Heat up art. CP plus 20 per enemy killed. How can that still be getting way better? CP plus 100 once per fight when below 20%. How is that still getting so much better? We've got a move free gem as well.
I did it.
Success.
That's the thing that surprises me.
Not bad.
Brilliant spin can now be used. Attack set like every large suction faint. Good large suction makes me faint too. Class S draws foes into a vortex of light, can unbalance.
An A+ outcome.
And a petrification shell can now be used. Petrify of 50% area large as well. Can unbalance too. What? Have you tried?
Well, that was... You know, maybe you should just stop worrying about trying to form a combat link with each other.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can see why you'd really want to.
No. I don't want to hold our group back more than I already have. I'd like to withdraw from active combat and take a more supporting role for the duration of this field study.
Huh? Why?
But Laura, it doesn't make any sense for you not to be in the thick of the fight.
Don't be ridiculous. If anyone should be benched, it's me. It makes sense when you consider what each of us brings to a fight.
No. My own immaturity is the cause of this. There's still a part of me that refuses to accept you, and this is the result. I'm sorry. I didn't think I was this narrow-minded. And I apologize for the distress my prejudice has no doubt been causing you. I came to realize during my club activities that I still have a lot of maturing left to do.
Laura...
As such, Rean, I wish to withdraw.
Denied. Actually, I'll be the one withdrawing from frontline combat.
Denied!
What?
Huh?
Rean?
This seems awfully sudden. What's your line of thinking?
During all the battles we fought, one thing stood out to me. I couldn't help but notice that under ordinary circumstances, Laura and Fie's fighting styles complement each other perfectly.
Well,
You think so?
Interesting. What do you mean?
Laura's the ideal knight, standing strong in the thick of the fight, dominating enemies with her blade. Then there's Fie, the ideal vanguard, overwhelming the opposition with her speed and creating openings for Laura. During the practical exam, none of us should have stood a chance against the two of you.
When you put it that way, it does make sense.
If they could form a combat link, they'd be virtually unstoppable.
Yeah, I don't think that's escaped you two either. That's why you keep trying to form a combat link, but there's something stopping you from connecting with each other. Whatever it is, it's been frustrating both of you this whole time, right?
It's
It's exactly as you say.
Okay, so, since that's how things stand, it makes no sense for you two to just give up and withdraw from combat. In fact, considering everyone's relative strengths and weaknesses, it makes the most sense for me to fall back. This way, you'll have more chances to work out whatever it is that's standing in the way of you forming a link.
You have my thanks.
We'll take you up on your offer then.
That's what I like to hear.
You really can be audacious sometimes, you know. Just like you were with me and Eustace.
You think? I don't really think I did anything out of the ordinary.
That's so you, Rean, to not think anything of it. Still, thanks to you, there might be hope for these two after all.
We'll do what we can.
But first, we need to get back to the hotel, right?
Rean is temporarily unable to join the active party. Why, Rean? They were perfectly fine in a group together, acting quite well together. Machias was quite happy being gunboy at the back, going, "Oh, my job's easy." As a result, you were unable to participate in battle. Okay then. That means I need to watch a little bit more of what I've got plugged into you, I think. Okay, we got Harvest on there, Fair Pulse, etc. Voice Breaker. Hair, which increases the odds for running for battle if we got on something dangerous. I'm just wondering. Like, I feel like I want impede on someone now that I've just got that gem, you know? Now, he's got an AoE large attack, so he can impede with that, right? I don't know if he's got a normal impede, but I just want to impede with the large attack. Especially if it's got a Petrify Bomb, essentially. So let's go with that for now. I'll put a Chrono Drive in for the time being, because it gives free speed. Oh, I put that one in, actually. I put Demonic Siphon. He's already got Demonic Siphon, however. Maybe it would be better to get Chrono Drive in. My impede! Also, did I buy him a new weapon? Is he as equipped as the rest? I think he is. Or not. I don't know. We need to buy new stuff. No. We did not buy him a new weapon. Sad times. Well, where were we? Okay, it's a dead end, so let's head on back out. Did you move detection too? Oh yeah, I guess I did have him there for that. I'm just going to treasure chest on the minimap. Oh, no, we don't need that. That's fine. Because we've already discovered the treasure chest in here. So we're good, right? Don't need to worry anymore about that. I don't think anyone's HP is down, is it? So I don't need to move that yet. I'd need to move it if I was within a dungeon. Plus, I check everything anyway. So I should be okay with it, right? He says. He says. So I'm wrong, Elliot. Is it just me, or do you guys hear a sonata off in the distance? Oh. Now you mention it, I do hear music very faintly. I think I can make out a violin and a flute. Quite an elegant piece too, from the sound of it. It doesn't sound pre-recorded either. You think the sound is filtering down here from the surface? This way. Is this a secret passage? The music does seem to be louder here than it was before. But, you know, I feel like I've heard this tune somewhere before. We should try and see where it leads. Agreed. Let's see if there's some way to open it. Well, Laura! I was going to smash it. No, okay, we won't smash it with your sword, Laura. We could press the button. We could do that too. I had no idea there was a mechanism like this in the underground passage. I can hear the melody more clearly now too. Looks like this leads out to the surface. Okay, let's follow the passage and see where we come out. Here goes. Yes, just go down secret passages. Nothing bad can ever come of that. Well, I think even without the undiscovered treasure chest thing, I can tell roughly where the treasure chests are, right? Right. See? Mackie screws.
Eat that!
Ah, it's a shotgun! It doesn't work more than 2 centimeters in front of your face in video games. And that's how they're balanced.
Now's our chance.
Now's Makis' chance.
My
He's like,
turn.
I can actually do a battle. Okay, so we still can't link there. Those two are level 2 links. That's kind of cool. It's gonna work then.
Gotcha.
It's over.
That worked out.
Now!
I'll bet you up.
That was a fast fight.
You fought well, Elliot.
We're in the first 2 terms, more or less.
It's all I can do to keep up with you.
Right, Makis reaches level 35. Doesn't gain new abilities, but technically we've got new abilities all across the party right now. We've got tons of stuff. A Tira Bomb. Oh. Honestly, I can't use Makius seriously without thinking I'm playing like Resi Remake. Honestly. It's a Crimson Head! Point upwards! Point upwards! You gotta go for the headshot! Ah! That's what it makes it feel like me.
The advantage is ours!
Ooh, okay. Maybe we could try using some of our new abilities now. So let's use Scud Ripper and see how good that is. Can I get a 4 in this line? No, only a 3.
Here we go.
She just goes straight through them and instant kills one of them.
Gotcha.
My turn.
That works, I guess.
Right!
So we have our Brilliant Spin. 45 CP is a targetable attack.
No escape!
Leave it to me.
Now, if we want to see any enemies being left alive after an attack like that,
I'll handle it.
it's a bit OT over the top. Just a bit. Didn't even get to try out his stuff.
Leave it to me. All right, let's keep moving.
Didn't even get to use your attack. Laura just suction whirlwind deathed them. Alright, this is probably going to be a monster chest, right? Oh, no, just normal red.
What a nice looking treasure chest.
Yes, especially because it's not a monster one. A Fortuna was found in the chest. I think we've already got a Fortuna, right? What is Fortuna again? Grants lights protection arrays, ATS and ADF. ATS plus 5, ADF plus 5 is a base ability. I think we're good with that. Oh yeah, he's got Fortuna on the luck thing. You can even hear the... I know you can hear the music faintly in the background, but you can also hear... Now the music's completely stopped for me as well. You can also hear the bugs and all that. There's a corridor there. Someone thought they spied something. I don't know what you spied. See, telling me I missed treasure chests. What are you talking about? I missed boxes. Technically, I missed an EP charge 1. I know I didn't miss a chest. So don't worry. Don't worry. Ah, quick, get in! You heard me running, didn't you? Ah. Wish I could always judge where this magnificent barrier
Now's our chance.
is where they decide to
I'll
stop
handle
dead.
Of course!
I am interested in trying out our new Petrify ability.
Right.
See, again, we've got loads of stuff there. Petrification Shell, large, target.
Locked and loaded. You won't get away.
I'll handle it.
That got 2 people into rock form. Anyone who gets attacked now is dead.
Right!
Pretty good.
I'll handle it.
We're talking super very dead for everyone now. That's
Leave it
not
to me.
critical. I thought it would still be.
Okay.
Look at Fie going every 2
Hostiles
seconds.
neutralized. Guess we're safe.
Getting a lot of medicine. Alright, let's keep heading towards the source of the music. And see in the end of it all where we pop out. Why are we getting another rest station here? That's worrying.
There's a light.
Really?
The sound's getting louder too.
We must be getting close to the exit now.
Wait. So there's an open passageway that has monsters inside it. To somewhere playing music. Shouldn't they block this thing up? What? Ah, isn't this Matter Park? If so, we're not far from City Hall. It's Pater Mater, isn't it? So, that's how you say it, and I don't even know what language that is. So that would be Mater Park. Papa Mama. Who would have guessed that those underground tunnels would spit us out somewhere like this? The layouts remained unchanged since it was created during the Dark Ages. You can really feel the city's history. It seems that the network of passages here is even bigger than Berea Hard's underground waterway. Hey Elliot, is something wrong? Oh sorry, I was listening to the sonata, then I realised that the musicians playing it over there are actually friends of mine. They look like students. They seem exceptionally skilled for their age. Oh they are, I'm really proud to know them. Would you guys mind if I went over and said hi? No sweat, go ahead. Perhaps we should go and greet them too. Pater and Mater. I'm pretty sure that's how it's said. Right, what have we got here? A large crystal garden with lots of people in it. Well, let's speak to those three last and check out everyone else. Maybe there's a fishing spot here too. Where are you all from? I'm pretty sure you'll come to a dead end if you got up here. Oh, well, let's just be sure to stay away from the plants. My grandson and I take care of them every day. Well, at the moment, it looks like my footsteps are tearing up every bit of grass we've ever seen. So this is the Crystal Garden. A small area with only one person in it. That's your son then, grandson. Oh sorry, the Crystal Garden is closed for the day. That's right, I do remember hearing that the Crystal Garden closes at 5 PM. That's a shame, it looks like such a pretty garden too. I wish you'd stopped by a bit sooner. It's okay, we're not really that strict about enforcing the closing time. You're welcome to take a look if you want. Still, the plants here do look prettier during the day. If you have some free time, try to come back to here tomorrow. You'll definitely be impressed. Maybe I will. Is there anything just in a corner here? How do the birds get in here to do all the bird songs? Do you have like a hole somewhere that the birds get in? Because this looks like it's enclosed. Looks like some good nesting places anyway. Right, hello you guys. Can you not loiter around while I'm talking to my girlfriend? Here, take this book and go somewhere else. It's embarrassing having someone watch us. What? Fine. I just wanted to say hi, and then he's just like, get away you bother, here, have a book. Okay. Red Moon Rose, chapter 8. Why won't you buy me a new bag? Cheapskate. Not to worry, my sweet. I'll be sure to buy it for you. In about 5 years when I save enough money to afford it. This relationship's going far. But I got a book out of it. He's got enough money to not only buy the book, but also give me a book. For free, just to get me away. I think his money usage isn't very good. Today was so fun. See you tomorrow, Rosetta. It's gone pretty late. Let's head home, Coco. Cocoa. Coco. Ooh. Anything nice to sell here? Smoothie shop. Fresh juice. The students over there come here to perform pretty often. They're pretty good too. I wonder what academy they're from. Well, let's see if you have any cool stuff. Golden juice, apple juice, orange juice. Restores 20 CP, restores 50 EP. That's kind of cool. 100% pure apple juice. Quite a cool shop you got going here. Well, Elliott's friends. Hopefully they're happy to see you. Wait. Elliot? Hey, you're back. Hey, great to see you again, Morris. You too, Ron. Kalinka. Feels like forever since you've been around. You seem like you're doing well. So who are your friends? We're Elliot's classmates at Thors Military Academy. It's a pleasure to meet you. It seems we're all about the same age too. So you're Elliot's hometown friends then? Which school uniform is that? Oh, we're students of the Music Academy. Music, huh? Yeah, it's an academy that puts the main focus on music. The school itself is on the outskirts of this district. A lot of famous musicians have graduated from there. Well, that explains why you all play so well. Thanks. Our academy always plays for the concert they hold during the summer festival every year. Classes are over for the day, so we're just adding a little polish before our performance. Alright, this does seem like the perfect place to practice. Yeah, can't believe how good you've all gotten though. I mean, you were always great, but you've improved a ton. You must have really been practicing. You really think so? Well, we have been practicing. I'm practically hearing the songs in my sleep now. So true. I guess we'd be pretty disappointed if, after all that, we weren't getting at least a little better. I just wish you were here at the Music Academy with us. Oh, don't misunderstand. Thors has a really good reputation and all. So are you still practicing the violin? Yeah, in club practice. I ended up joining the Academy's wind orchestra, actually. I'm glad to hear it. You're really good. I hate to hear you've given up. Hopefully we'll get another chance to play together someday. Yeah, I'd really like that. Whoa, is it that time already? We better get on back to the Academy. The festival will be here before you know it, and we've got practicing to do. I do admire your dedication to your craft. If you've got some free time, it'd be great if you could come and see us perform in the concert. That goes for all of you. The more the merrier. Thanks. Looking forward to it. See you later, Elliot. Alright, later. Yeah, he did kind of like, you're playing, so I'm going to interrupt now. Elliot. Hey, are you... No, it's not that. Anyway, how about we swing by the hotel to give our report, then head back to my house? Sis is probably busy cooking up a storm right now. Okay, let's be off then. Oh, did we get zooped? No, quest underground passage monster is completed. We got 500 step mass as a reward. We did get zooped, didn't we? Oh yeah, we got super zooped. We got off-camera quest for giving in. I do need to grind more. I feel like that's one thing we need to do is we need to like spend some time or like try to forcibly get some extra enemy kills. I'm killing everything in front of me, but I just want more Sepith Mirror. I feel like I need to go out the way for enemies at this point. That night, after enjoying a wonderful meal prepared by Fiona, we were invited into Elliot's room. Finally allowed in to the secret room. That's a lot of instruments. Elliot's room or a storage room? Good for stowage.
Whoa, this is incredible.
He could open a shop with all the instruments here.
A piano, violins, wind instruments, a robust percussion section. I'm assuming the papers in the cabinet are all sheet music?
There's no way you can call this just a hobby.
Yeah, coming in here, this must look like some rabid obsession to you guys. You know, my mom was a pretty famous pianist. Being raised around music like that, my sister and I ended up sharing her love of music.
Really?
Looking at all this, I can see why you decided to join the wind orchestra at the Academy.
Still, why didn't you go to the same school as the people we met earlier?
Fie?
Wait, Fie, that's not...
Don't worry about it. I'm sure this comes as no surprise. But I'd originally planned to attend the Music Academy.
Oh.
My sister and I grew up listening to our mom play the piano. Dad was more the strong, stoic type. He didn't know much about music, but he was head over heels in love with her. Our home was always filled with the sound of music, and it kept our family smiling together. But 7 years ago, Mom got really ill. Eventually, she passed away. After her death, my sister and I both wanted to follow in her footsteps. She enrolled at the Music Academy and began working toward a career as a pianist. Naturally, I tried to do the same, but Dad wouldn't hear of it. It's one thing to have it as a hobby, but the idea of a man of the Empire making his living through music is absurd. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, he just shook his head and refused to listen. Then he started recommending one military academy after another, trying to push me toward a career in the army. Eventually, I didn't have much choice. I had to give up my dream of attending the music academy. I hated him for it. I really did. I'm no good at fighting, never have been. I'd get smoked in a real war. But after some research, I found one academy, Thors, offered plenty of music-related classes, and that about half of its graduates end up in careers outside the military. In the end, I met him halfway and chose to enroll at Thors. Kinda pathetic, huh? You've all got great reasons why you're there at the academy. Then there's me, who'd rather be on a stage than a battlefield, but I couldn't go against my dad. For a while, I started to think that maybe my passion for music had kinda cooled off. But I'm still full of regrets about the music academy and the summer festival concert, so I guess it hasn't after all. Oh, I wish I could just crawl into a hole right now.
So that's how you ended up at Thors.
I had no idea.
Do you regret it? Coming to Thors and all?
Huh? Of course not. Why would I?
So, you don't?
Life at the academy keeps me busy, but I still have time to perform with the wind orchestra after class is out. And I feel like I really broaden my horizons every time we go on a field study. Honestly, I feel like I get more out of Thors than if I had just enrolled at the music academy without much thought. Maybe it's because whether I decide I want to be a musician or do something else totally different, I'll at least have the chance to choose what I want without someone deciding for me.
Elliot.
Wow, you've really given this a lot of thought.
You really are strong, Elliot.
I wish I thought so too. I still feel jealous when I see my friends who went to the music academy putting their heart and soul into their music. But even with that, I've got no regrets about coming to Thors. None at all. Besides, if I hadn't come, I never would have met you guys, would I? I'd regret that way more.
How can you say that with a straight face?
Maybe he's just oblivious.
I didn't think I was saying anything particularly embarrassing.
I'd figured that most people would blush saying something like that.
Still, this is Elliot we're talking about. He can get away with it.
You're the last person who should be saying that, Rean. Actually, I just remembered. I guess I do have one regret after all.
Oh?
What is it?
Remember the summer festival concert my friends said they're going to be performing in? Back when my mom was still alive, she performed in it, and my sister played in it 5 years ago too. So I was really hoping that I'd be able to take the stage there one day too.
Afterward, Elliot decided to take the opportunity to spend the night at home. So the remaining four of us began to make our way to the old guild building where we'd be spending the night. See, that one goes out to all the people who had parental dreams thrust upon them. Couldn't pursue what they wanted, what they excelled in. I'm sure a lot of people can emphasize with Elliot there. That's a face on Fie. Can't believe it's already past 9. We ended up staying at Elliots longer than I thought. Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to break out the coffee after our meal too. She even invited us back for breakfast tomorrow. We've hardly been here a day and she's already my favourite person. We'll have to thank her properly at some point. So you know, I've lived here all my life. But it's only now that I'm running around doing field study tasks, I'm realising just how big the city is. Yeah, I'll bet. They're just gonna slip tomorrow's tasks in the guild mailbox, right? Yeah, they should be delivered first thing tomorrow morning. Considering how organised my father is, I don't doubt they'll be delivered on time, though I do worry what we're in for. I had this terrible feeling he'll put us to tasks far more difficult than we can actually handle or something. Yeah, I see what you mean. All the more reason we should finish up our report and hit the sack early, I suppose. Hey, what's wrong, you two? You tired or something? You've been awfully quiet. No, not really. However, listening to Elliot has finally shown me what I must do. Fie, I challenge you to a duel. What? Okay. Tonight, right? Yes, tonight. I fear I won't be able to sleep until this has been resolved. Hold on a minute. Where did this come from? A duel? What are you talking about? Exactly what it sounds like. Fie and I will face each other in single combat to determine a victor. That's all. Oh, that's all? Are you kidding me? Well, you can't do it in a populated area like this, especially not at night. You wake the whole neighborhood. How about that park we read earlier? Maida Park, I think? That seems an ideal venue. The area around the exit from the underground passage should be nice and quiet. Well, it doesn't sound too bad. But honestly, Rean, you're not just going along with this, are you? Oh, shush it. The capital might have a heady nightlife, but that's no excuse to cause commotion. Ah. Alright, let's head over to the park then. The trams are still running, right? They run until around 11. Are we seriously doing this? Wait, we're going to have a duel now? Okay. Well, that sounds a bit crazy. That's a bit unfair as well. Fie's level 35, and you've got like twice the HP pool. I said, I want a duel. I know I'm in an incredible status that I can easily beat you in about 3 strikes. So let's have a duel. Seems a bit dickish to me. Phew, work ran pretty late today. I need to hurry home to eat some dinner. And I know it doesn't work like that in an actual battle. They've got different stats and they've got different HP, etc. Before we go, yeah, only if she can hit, shall we finally read? I think it's been a long time since we last did read our chapter of Red Moon Rose, now that we've got yet another one, before we continue on. And it's 15 pages, so it's a short one, well, compared to all the rest. Actually, it's the shortest one so far. Chapter 8. The Truth. A stillness of night came once again to the streets of Heimdall. Oh, good time when you read it. A bewitching yet eerie red moon hung full in the sky, its carmine glow staining the red bricks of the surrounding buildings an even deeper crimson. After the gruesome discovery of the bodies that day, the Clad team had strengthened its nighttime patrols. Most of the soldiers in the team were on the streets, determined to prevent any further violence and repair the damage to the Imperial Army's honour. Their patrol routes had them making tight circuits of the city roads, visually searching for any out of order. On one particularly dark street corner, not the street corner I'm standing on. Yeah, we should be reading a thing about dark streets in Heimdall when I'm standing on a dark street in Heimdall. With vampires. Yeah, that makes sense. On one particularly dark street corner, a block away from the Allegria Tavern, am I there? Stood a young man in military uniform. Much like the others, he was making the rounds in this thoroughly deserted patrol area. A figure turning out onto the street just ahead of him made him pause mid-step. Warily, he put his hand on the sword at his waist. As the figure drew closer, the features gradually became more visible. It was another soldier like himself. It was Alphonse. Alphonse stepped forward and stood silently before the other young man. He fixed him with an unwavering gaze. Oh, it's you, the young man said, sounding annoyed. What are you doing here? This is my patrol area, not yours. He glared at Alphonse with intense dislike, but Alphonse did not look away. I came to ask you something, Alphonse replied simply. He put his hand into his pocket and took something out of it. It was a dirty piece of cloth. The young man looked puzzled. What's that supposed to be? It was something I found in the area where the vampire appeared last night. It's also yours, isn't it, Elroy? Elroy stared back at Alphonse, then rolled his eyes. His voice dripped with contempt. What are you talking about? Did you really abandon your post over who some rag might belong to? A vampire? You're supposed to be a soldier, not some kind of superstitious lunatic, he scoffed. This is part of the bandage you were wearing around your left arm when you said you were injured in training, Alphonse said calmly. The cloth, Alphonse continued, must have been cut from his bandage during the previous day's battle and ended up between the two buildings in an area they neglected to check. He didn't, however, mention who had done the cutting. There was no need to tell Elroy information they already knew after all. Hearing this, Elroy clutched his left arm, hidden under the sleeve of his army uniform, almost as if trying to hide it from Alphonse. Besides, the idea that you were badly injured enough to need a bandage like that in standard training makes no sense to begin with. You're the most skilled swordsman on the Gerard team, after all. That's not to say you weren't actually injured, especially considering there really was fresh blood on the bandage itself, but you didn't injure yourself during training. You were stabbed by a rapier, and that was what the bandage was intended to disguise. Elroy said nothing. Under any other circumstances, he would have been quick to argue back, but not this time. His brow furrowed, and he glared angrily at Alphonse. I'm sure that you must have replaced the bandage with a new one last night, but then, what was this doing at the scene of the crime? You weren't involved in this morning's investigation. Alphonse was aware that what he was saying wouldn't be enough to prove to the world that Elroy was a vampire. They were, after all, creatures of legend. People would never believe him. What it did prove, however, was that Elroy had been where Rose and the vampires' battle took place, and considering that Alphonse already knew that vampires were no mere myth, that was all the proof he needed. I don't want to believe in myself. I can't bear to think that someone who I served alongside as a soldier, someone more skilled than any of us, is actually a monster who's been indiscriminately murdering people. Elroy made no reply. He just stared down the ground, silent and tense. But I am a member of the Grad team, Alphonse continued resolutely, and we are entrusted with the task of protecting this city. I have a duty to do what I can to prevent any more lives from being lost. Unless you can prove that what I'm saying isn't true, I'm going to have to arrest you as a suspect. Ha! Hands at his side, Elroy had a short, quiet laugh. The second he did, something changed, and the atmosphere became oppressive. Elroy threw back his head and let out a loud, maniacal laugh. It was an inhuman sound, that outburst. The skin-crawling utterance was entirely unlike the usual quiet Elroy. And as his mouth yawned wide, Alphonse saw what he knew he would. Beast-like fangs. The fangs of a vampire. Alphonse placed his hand on the saber at his waist and drew it as fast as he could. The sound of blades scraping its scabbard cut short the awful laugh, but he wasn't fast enough. Before he knew it, Elroy was right in front of him, swinging his own sword with incredible force. Alphonse barely had the time to block its arc with his own. A sound of metal against metal filled the air, and the monstrous strength of the blow pushed Alphonse backwards. It was obvious to him that Elroy's power was vastly greater than it had been when he took the punch to the stomach several days before. If Elroy had been this strong that day, Alphonse knew that he would already be dead. Barely managing to hold his position, he clung to his saber with his now somewhat numb hand, but the vampire was already drawing back for another strike. Planting his feet firmly on the ground, Alphonse was just able to parry the blow, but it was all he could manage. If he strayed even a hair from focusing on defense, he would soon be overwhelmed. Elroy, meanwhile, maintained his onslaught seemingly without effort. Blow after blow rained down relentlessly. You should have waited, Alphonse. Surely you know that vampires can only use their powers at night. Alphonse grunted as he narrowly deflected another attack. Naturally, he did know. He was fully aware that waiting until morning might have actually given him a chance to defeat Elroy, but he just couldn't bring himself to wait. Not when there was a possibility they might have claimed another victim that very night. His conscience wouldn't allow him to sleep peacefully in his bed, knowing that he could have done something to stop that murder from happening. As if to punctuate his point, Elroy knocked the saber from Alphonse's hand with a vicious swipe that drove him to his knees. The blade clattered down on the paving stones far from the fighting pair. "You're finished," Elroy crowed, turning his sword on Alphonse. The blade flashed up, then descended. Alphonse watched the fall of the sword as if in slow motion. He knew there was nothing he could do to stop it. It would bite through his flesh and send his head soaring through the air, much like his saber had just done. Suddenly, a high-pitched whistling sound of something moving very fast cut through the night, and then another, and another followed. The next moment, Elroy's right arm was gone. Blood speckled Alphonse's cheeks like a fine rain, and just as he had imagined, something soared through the air and hit the ground. But instead of it being his head, it was Elroy's right arm, sword still clutched in its rigid fingers. Ah! Elroy instinctively jumped back, clutching at his wounded limb, while Alphonse stared wide-eyed at the many parts of a Templar sword stretched before him like the flexing of a metal snake. The wires connecting the razor-sharp blade segments gleamed in the moonlight. A line of tension then ran through the wires, and they all retracted just as fast as they had appeared. Soon after, a lone figure approached to take their place. It was a woman in a navy blue cloak that was thrown wide, exposing countless weapons attached to the battle gear she was wearing underneath. She had sleek, shoulder-length blonde hair, capped by a navy blue beret. The look she gave Alphonse when she saw him was somewhere between exasperation and disbelief. Alphonse smiled weakly. "What took you so long, Rose?" The battle has been met. And no vampires. See, this is what they should have done. This is where I'd go the extra mile, right? Because you get Red Moon Chapter Rose there, then you kind of come out here. So maybe the first time they read it is in the park, maybe it would be here. But what if you do read it in night in Heimdall on a city street corner? They should have like a mysterious vampire, just like kind of like a model in the background, just like so you pan around, you can just see it, and then you try to look for it properly, and it disappears. I'd put something like that in just to be a right dick. Alright then, we can only go to Manor Park, so it's time for this duel, should I say beforehand, considering this could mean someone's life. Let's stick a weird vampire guy in the corner, it'd be fine. You could look like Dracula, you could look like the Count from Sesame Street, it'd still work. Copyright might have an issue though. Oh, where will we find chapter 9? It's interesting how they make the battle chapters the shortest ones. That sounds like it'd be annoying to code unless you force the reader to read it exactly at a corner at night in that specific city. No, it'd be like an Easter egg. There are random things you can find in games like that. Right place, right time, right trigger. The park's scenery has an almost mystical air at night. It's nice. You're in luck. Not too many people take a leisurely stroll this hour. Okay, that may be true, but this is still the capital. You really shouldn't be fighting here. How'd it come to this? Put a sock in it, Machias. I apologize for burdening you with this, but I appreciate you keeping watch. Ah, this is ridiculous. Anyway, let's move over to that gazebo we came out earlier. Gazebo. We're gonna fight there, are we, in the corners? There's literally a guy in the park.
Ah, what a pleasant evening.
It's pretty relaxing.
No denying those two have some surprising similarities.
And also they like to small talk about the weather before they go into fight each other in combat. Phew, today sure was busy. There's no better way to unwind than a cold beer and the cool night air. As long as it's in a brown paper bag. I don't know their laws on street drinking. They're still there! What was that? I didn't quite hear you, so say it again. I love you, baby. Louder and clearer. I love you, baby! What? Damn, you really do like making me say that embarrassing stuff. It's gotten pretty cold. We should head home. I love you, baby! Oh. What? It's nice, Dad! Not, but still. Same model, different hair. Shut it, you're trying to start fighting, punk! Come on, tough guy, speak up! He's harassing a lamppost. Good on him. Chief, please! You've had far too much to drink. Let's just head back already.